What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this, better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse, also known as the torture curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
That's awful. But no matter the circumstance, he should never have cast it. He should have known better.
Trust me, it's not as easy as you might assume, thinking straight when you've been hit with Crucio. After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Revelio! Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumors that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned... Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. Oh, Uncle Roland, what have you got yourself into?
Well done indeed!
I hope Adelaide's Uncle Roland is all right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Perhaps I'll scout around Felcroft for some.
Revelio!
All flavour of wicked to be had with the dark arts.
They come after me, they'll rest in 10 graves. Come on!
Incendio!
Afraid to take a hit, are you?
The flames consume you! Confringo!
No, you can't win. Why not simply stay there?
Oh, too harsh.
Glacius! No! Confringo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo!
Perhaps you ought to give it
Confringo! The beasts are safe now. Revelio! Revelio!
Oh, I shall enjoy.
Revelio! Revelio.
Do with a nice mushroom stew about now. Who's there? How nice of you to stop by. Right, not to be worried about you. Why can't I hit you?
Expelliarmus. Incendio. Hogwarts loyalists, just ahead. Should I take them by force? Discreet. Defendo. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio. Lumos.
Your spells glance off of me. Who's there? I'll cut you from shoes to chapeau.
Accio. Descendo.
You won't stop me.
Levioso. Confringo.
Much too slow. Was that your best?
Now to find out what happened here. Revelio. Oaks' trade journal. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him. Revelio! Expulso! Descendo! Revelio! This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Incendio! Revelio! 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 A rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree. I know a Merlin trial one. Revelio! Reparo! Reparo. Man himself would be proud. Incendio. This looks intriguing. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio.
I deserve better than patrol duty.
Revelio.
Ah, you seem tired.
Incendio.
Wouldn't mind a plain job at Green Garden. Suit me, sitting around all day. Mind you, I suppose it could get a bit boring.
Accio. Incendio.
Huh? Seems your heart isn't in this at all.
Revelio.
You're really not very good at this, are you?
Accio.
Won't let you ever get this over with.
Expelliarmus. Revelio. Confringo. Glacius. Blupendo. Blupendo. Defender! Confringo! Crisis! Defender! Expelliarmus! Should think they felt that in London. Revelio! Revelio! Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
You're back! Nice to see you again. What are we looking for today? That item is of the highest quality. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
I sometimes stop into Madame Snelling's just to see how Calliope has done her hair that day.
What's more powerful than the Blackguard?
Although
Not
possibly
even
somewhat
love, I reckon.
impractical. Hogwarts.
Can't imagine how I'd have felt as a boy if my headmaster cancelled Quidditch.
Thanks for catching a few glances. wishes I'd leave my grandmother's silver coffee to whichever one of them looked after me in my old age. They've each taken to checking in on me weekly, which is very nice, of course.
The other day at the tree. Bradwin Moon, I think his name was. Regaling everyone with his tales, he was. You'd think he was captain of a Chubby Cannon.
A day in their life.
We have assumed that all the children will be sorted into Hufflepuff. It has been our surprise when the youngest was put into Raven.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Revelio.
Expulso! Protect Incendio!
Why do I get stuck with these assignments?
Accio.
Pathetic!
Glacius. Defendo. Incendio.
Fancy
Expulso. Revelio. Leviathan.
I refuse it!
Repulsor. Shame nobody saw that.
I can assure you, none of us are intimidated by your rash decisions, especially the one where you ended up with an actual rash. It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Crabcroft. You can feed a beast, or it can feed you. I prefer the latter. Here to show me some dark magic.
Revelio.
I've robbed every traveling vendor that's passed through here. Perhaps it's... Who goes there?
Accio. Incendio. Glacius. Oh. Wait till Sebastian hears about this. And... Revelio.
Thought we'd forget about that goblin helm you stole. I would say that Irondale is not appropriately named.
Accio. Incendio. Glacius.
Yes, they want to...
Revelio.
You're the sod that saved Treadwell.
Accio.
I address you as Troll Killer.
Your poaching days are over. Revelio. crooked tree, just as the map said. The crumbling tower shouldn't be far from here. Accio! Incendio! Revelio. 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 And the crumbling tower. The spot on the map should be directly south of here. Incendio. Revelio. This place has seen better days. Confringo! Arresto momentum! Arresto momentum. Revelio.
I mean it. I don't think I can do anything until next.
Revelio.
You ought to cut back on pudding. Took you for a stroll the other day.
Revelio. Who lived here, I wonder?
What are you up to now?
What do we have here? Confringo! Arresto momentum. Confringo! Arresto momentum. Confringo! That's that. Settled.
Reminds me of the time I nearly fell out of a cart.
Revelio.
Such arrogance.
Accio. Incendio. Defendo.
I will make you pay.
Revelio. Not the best place for an unaccompanied student. I may have more luck higher up in the keep.
Show you, little moon calf. Far from home, eh?
Levioso! Arresto momentum. Accio. Incendio.
You can't stop quiet the grapple, you are.
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Pity, not quite.
Flipendo. Descendo. Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso.
Put me down!
Flipendo.
Do you find this ever?
Descendo. Revelio. Levioso. Protego. Revelio. What went on here, I wonder?
Not quiet enough.
Flipendo. Descendo. Compulso. Flipendo. Levioso. Stop! Confringo. Revelio. Trouble's brewing and I'm without my friends. Confringo. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Revelio. A ladder. That's what I need.
Of course it was nothing. No one here as usual. I know it.
Hello?
Accio. Glacius.
Dead.
Revelio.
I've never seen a sword like it.
How nice of you to stop by.
Accio. Accio. Glacius. Revelio. Glad I was never locked up here. This looks like trouble. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Glacius! Defender! Expelliarmus! Revelio. Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone. Now here's a sad-looking place. What will we find in here? Revelio.
Any who is it? Think it!
Expelliarmus.
I will make you. I won't rest until you're
Expelliarmus. Looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Confringo. You've one less follower, Ranrock. Revelio. Revelio.
No witch or wizard will be spared. There's the student from
Levioso.
Are you quite finished? What an unfortunate disappointment!
Boiler door. How to open it? Confringo! Revelio! 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 Revelio!
Seems quiet. Evidently less enough to be locked away. You can count on that.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Your blood's on Ranrock's hands. Revelio.
I won't rest until you're dead.
One less human to worry about. I don't have time for this.
Incendio! You only have Ranrock to blame. Revelio.
Enjoy suffering, do you? Why have you not run away? Intend to die, do you? That student
Revelio. Revelio. This must be Mr. Oakes' wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free. Revelio. I wonder if Adelaide's uncle could be down there. Revelio! Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
Fortunately, I've already found your wand, Mr. Oakes.
Oh, you found it! Pass it to me. Hurry, before they come. I must get out. Hurry! Oh, my wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you.
You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. How did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblins stole every knut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him. Incendio! Not the best place. Revelio! Up at Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? What seems to be the problem?
You may well ask. I'm convinced I saw a grim, an omen of death. I'm not safe, but if it can't see me, I'll be all right, won't I? All I need is an invisibility potion. Yes, that's what I need.
Well, as it happens, I have what you need. Here. Not sure it'll help you, though. Be careful, won't you?
Oh, you're a gem, you are. I'll be sure to be very careful. And you be careful too. No grim is going to get me. Thanks to you, kind child. I must insist that you accept this small token of me gratitude for your thoughtfulness.
It's like a place right out of a storybook. Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk lumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk lumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Better have a look around. See about the hawk lumps and the box of letters.
Incendio! Revelio!
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Revelio!
think I should take this box of letters to Serona. She'll be glad to have it back. Hogsmeade, here I come.
By myself.
She's going through, but I should be keeping mine. Like sitting on his hands.
You can't blame the students for leaving the castle at every opportunity. And headmaster.
She's brilliantly creative. Although it's must be somewhat in goblin rebellions.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggamel potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I miss cheering for Ravenclaw.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly. I'm
glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Kind's best friend. What's happened? If you need it. My advice when dealing with untoward matters is...
If it weren't for the cost of things.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Oh, hello. And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars she wants us to chart.
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn from a cup of tea leaves.
Amit thinks he knows everything. Even told me he can speak gobbledygook. Sounded like gibberish to me.
I had heard about these odd stone tables out in the Highlands. Perhaps that's what Professor Shah was talking about.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine...
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial, of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar, the other is mere lunacy.
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier, in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
The perfect night for... Oh, hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
Here I am, charging. It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The god.
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy
Revelio.
as I expected.
Revelio.
More cobwebs.
Incend-
You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school, Amit.
Look, there's a table. I think you should do the honors. Go on, try it out. The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. Stargazing is all about patience and precision. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You're welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon. Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
Revelio. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
You're back! Nice to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.